What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Get this, Deontay Wilder arrested in LA, Los Angeles, booked on gun charge. Deontay Wilder spent part of his Tuesday morning locked up behind bars. TMZ Sports has learned that the star boxer was arrested in Los Angeles following a routine traffic stop. Law enforcement sources tell us Wilder was pulled over in Hollywood at around 1:15 a.m. after LAPD officers claimed his Rolls-Royce windows were illegally tinted and his license plate was obstructed. During the stop, cops say they smelled an odor of blunt marijuana coming from his ride, so they searched the car. Our sources say that they found weed and a 9mm in the vehicle and put Wilder into custody. We're told that the 6'7" fighter was cooperative and nice throughout the whole ordeal. Our sources say that the 37-year-old was booked on charges of possession of concealed weapon, and jail's record showed that he bonded out at 6:34 a.m. Wilder, which is a 43-2-1 fighter with 42 knockouts on his resume, has been rumored to have his next opponent, Anthony Joshua, in a super fight, but it's unclear if the Tuesday's arrest will have any impact on the fighters' negotiations. And let me counterpunch. First off, okay, I always said this for everyone around the world. The United States of America, just call it America, because it's nothing united about it. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm in Texas and in Louisiana most of the time, okay? I have places of residence in both. And if that would have been Texas, this would have been a totally different story. If they would have found a handgun on Deontay Wilder in Texas, okay, the headline wouldn't have even been a gun at all. It would have just been the weed, the marijuana rather, right? It wouldn't even been anything about guns because you can carry guns here, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi as well. We in the South don't care about a gun. But it's crazy that California's legalized marijuana, but you can't carry a gun. So you can drive and fly high or whatever he was, if he was at all, but don't dare have a gun. I think it's hilarious, man, because how laws change, how things change, and how people view laws and things are good or acceptable versus unacceptable, you know. And for Wilder doing what he's supposed to do, I commend him, because most of the time, you know, you don't know what's in the mind of a police officer. You don't know if they had a bad day. You don't know if they had a bad week. You don't know if they had a bad year. You don't know if they just went through a divorce or any other thing that could have happened to a police officer that may affected his overall attitude, and vice versa for the person that pulled him over. Wilder might have had a bad day. You know what I mean? And to this day might have popped in his mind at that particular point of interest, and inconveniently, that's not the right thing or the right time and place to have that type of episode. So good. I'm glad that he was cordial. I'm glad that he was respectful, to give them no reasons, because the last thing we need is someone else shot over, oh, he has a gun, and he actually had a gun. And a lot of times that, you know, people conveniently put themselves out of harm's way or make themselves the victim as well as being the person that actually done something wrong. So, but Wilder, though, you know, I did hear that he smoked a little weed and drank wine time to time. We've seen him drinking wine before. The weed thing is new to me, but, you know, go figure. I mean, it's not a big thing anymore. This isn't the 90s or the 80s or the 70s. Yeah, he would have been in big time. And then if you noticed in the report, he got picked up and booked for the handgun, you know, and I never believe that you have to have like, oh, a concealed to carry. No, you don't have to have that to protect yourself. I just don't believe that. You know, that's why I'm glad I'm in Texas or Louisiana, because, you know, the laws are different here. They find a gun on you in Louisiana. If it's chambered, they're going to take it they're going to unchamber it and take the cartridge out, the clip out. Case closed. They're looking for something else, probably the weed, but it's just strange because California is so opposite. They didn't book them for the weed, they booked them for the gun. So, it just shows you how these states differ in laws and what they deem is acceptable or unacceptable. But the main thing is, okay, will it affect a possible Saudi Arabia date? Let's say it is down the line, and a lot of times it is. What will the court say if he's found guilty? Will they, what I mean? There's a lot of things that could happen. I think it's a misdemeanor, but, I don't think it should cause a problem, because he didn't punch a guy or have any other, resisting arrest, all that stuff, and he didn't have any of that. So the good thing is it shouldn't affect the possible date or the possible fight between him and Anthony Joshua. You guys tell me what you think of Deontay Wilder being arrested in Los Angeles. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.